RME ADI-2 DAC FS-Review. I must have reviewed around 150 products on the channel by now, but I don't think that there has been any product that has blown my mind as much as the RME ADI-2 DAC FS, which we are going to take a look at today. Even when a product is very well designed, I am mostly able to find something to nitpick about, and the last product category that I would have expected to deliver to this imaginary golden standard would be a digital to analog audio converter, because DACs are the simplest of devices. You just plug them in and forget about them. But the engineers at RME, for some reason, have created the most well thought out product. They have added all the features and functionality that I could imagine to have in a DAC, and then they've added things that I never even knew existed or were possible. I don't even know what motivated them to make this product, because they could have sold this very well, even with 1/4 of the features that it currently has. And if you're thinking that I am exaggerating how good it is, consider the fact that this DAC has a dual BIOS system, so if you're upgrading the firmware and it fails, it can use its safety BIOS to boot up. If you're thinking that I am exaggerating, consider the fact that this DAC allows you to adjust the color tint of its display, so if after a long time of use, this display becomes yellowish, you can correct that by adjusting the color temperature. And we have not even reached close to the actual functionality of this device, which is to convert a digital signal to an analog signal, so you can get high-quality sound from your PC or other media player to your speakers and headphones. Equalizer. The RME DAC has a very customizable equalizer, and this also has been executed extremely well. So it has a 5-band parametric equalizer, and you can clearly see the 5 bands separated with different colors on the screen, so it's easy to adjust with the knobs on it. You can adjust the gain of a band, the frequency that you want it on, and its Q value, which means that you can really fine-tune the correction that you want to have on your audio gear. I always use an equalizer with my HIFIMAN E4XX, because I don't like their sound signature. I don't like how prominent the treble is on these headphones, because it makes things sound unpleasant and less natural. But using the Auto X settings on this headphone really fixes all the problems I have with its sound signature, as that tunes different headphones and earphones to the Harman curve preferred by the listeners. So you can go to the Auto X page and select your headphone or EAM, and then you can just use the top 5 bands in the parametric equalizer section, and that will apply these X settings to the gear that you have. Because the RME DAC only has 5 adjustable bands with the parametric X, I was worried that they may not be enough, and that you may need 10 of these bands to get a complete control on the sound signature, but RME has also addressed this concern in their manual, and they have explained that beyond 5 bands of parametric X, it really makes a minimal difference, and in practice, my HIFIMAN E4XX also sounds almost identical to how it sounded when I used the graphic X and equalizer APO, so they do seem to be right there. Screen DAC has a 2-inch colored IPS LCD screen with a decent resolution, and a screen like this is really needed to manage all the simple and complex features that this DAC has. Dark mode on in our smartphone apps is all the rage these days, and the RME DAC also has that for its screen, so you can switch to this theme if you prefer that. You can also of course change its brightness, and it gets so bright that I personally use it at 40% level. The reason I bought it is because I just wanted an endgame DAC for me, because after upgrading to different DACs, I realized that there's no point of getting a $400 or $500 DAC if I will need to make another higher price purchase later on, and this DAC has really delivered on much more than what I wanted it for. I personally only needed a DAC with my budget of 1 lakh Rs. So I thought I would get the best standalone DAC possible, and then I could upgrade my headphone amp later on. So after a lot of research, the 2 products that I was confused between were the Cord Cutest and this RME DAC, and if you watch audio gear reviews, you must know all the hype that surrounds Cord products, so I was also quite intrigued by that.
Check out the description for more information in latest price.